It seems to me that there's a great deal of religious tolerance for people of all faiths in Fightville. I'm meeting someone who has a keen insight into how Islam coexists with other religions across the Middle East and America. She's Dr. Moja Kaf. Moja was born in Syria, raised in New Jersey, and moved here 12 years ago to teach at the University of Arkansas.
There's a lot of shared common grounds with, believe it or not, with conservative Christian families and with observant Jewish families. But that's quite similar to the social landscape that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had in Medina. I mean, the world was not Muslim. There were Christians and Jews, but there were also just simply the people of the age with their variety of goodness among them also.
Are you optimistic about Islam's future in America?
The multi-ethnicity of American Islam is one of its great strengths, and the fact that there are mosques where it's sort of balled up into this ethnic thing where we must do Islam exactly like this, or Arabic style, Islamun Nizam or whatever, doing it like, but they worship Islam as they see it, like handed down, the faith of our fathers. And it's this father worship that they're doing. It's not even about God anymore. They have made an idol of their faith. They've made an idol of its forms and its particular practices. And guess what? That's not what God gave us in the Quran, and that's not what Prophet Muhammad gave us. So if it's a God-focused, if it's about worshiping and knowing God, then of course it can happen in America, and of course it can happen, in ways that look a little different or a lot different.
Moja's insistence that Islam in America may be very different from Islam elsewhere is interesting. I think she's saying that Islam is too male-dominated, and one distinctive feature of Islam in America is the role women play in it. I'm in Chicago to meet Dr. Laleh Bakhtiar, classical Arabic scholar and author of 30 books on Islam. She's caused a storm with a radical new English translation of the Quran. Much of the anger has come from abroad, but at home, the Islamic Society of North America has sanctioned this controversial text.
Laleh, tell me, why has the translation of the Quran got international headlines, a lot of them hostile?
There's one particular verse, it's in chapter 4, verse 34, where it has been traditionally interpreted that husbands have a right to beat their wives. I could not understand that this would be the God that I know and love. So I did a great deal of research and found that it's a command the Prophet never carried out, so no one else should do it either.
How did you translate?
I translated it the way the Prophet showed us through his behavior. He had difficulty with his wives. What did he do? He went away. And the exact same Arabic word that means, that you can say to beat, also means to go away.
And that word is idirbahun.
Idrabu, yeah, idrabu.
And why do you think people reacted with such hostility to your translation here? Was it because you're a woman? Is it because you're an American Muslim? Or what?
Well, it could be that I was an American Muslim woman. I mean, it could be all of those things. But I was amazed that there are many women in the Islamic world who actually believe that women should be beaten. This is not a feminine issue. This is a human rights issue. The voice of the Muslim woman has not been heard throughout the 1400 years of Islamic history. And it's only when you live in America that you are empowered to express yourself. This would not have happened any place but in America.
Why is that?
They're not open to women's interpretation or women's understanding of things or the woman's voice. It's not open, it's not free.